two of the biggest stars in the world, a secret relationship, and millions of fans who decided it was their business to destroy it. Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V, the man voted most handsome in the world 4 times. The BTS member who accidentally walked into an audition he wasn't even there for, and changed the course of his entire life. But behind the sold-out arenas, the Celine campaigns, the 66 million Instagram followers, there's a story most people only saw the surface of. A boy from a farming family in Daegu who almost quit before any of it started. A secret that Big Hit kept hidden from the world for months. A relationship that 2 of the most famous people on the planet couldn't protect from the outside. And a question that nobody has fully answered. What actually happened between him and Jennie? And why did millions of people feel entitled to have an opinion about it? By the end of this video, you'll understand who Kim Taehyung actually is. Not the idol, the person. Daegu, South Korea. December 30th, 1995. Not Seoul. Not a family with industry connections. A farming family in one of South Korea's regional cities. His father and mother worked hard to provide for 3 children. Taehyung, the eldest. A younger sister. A younger brother. Because his parents worked so much. His grandmother raised him, and he adored her. That relationship shaped something in him that you can still see today. A warmth, a softness, a tendency to form deep attachments to the people closest to him. As a child, he was cheerful, curious, good at school, and from early on, drawn to music. His father suggested the saxophone. Taehyung picked it up, and when he won his first regional competition, something clicked. He understood what it felt like to be good at something in front of people, to have an audience respond to what you were doing. He decided he wanted more of that feeling. In high school, he threw himself into dance, enrolled in a dance academy, worked at it with the same seriousness he had brought to the saxophone. And then one day, a friend was going to audition for Big Hit Entertainment, one of Korea's smaller music agencies at the time, not yet the global empire it would become. Taehyung went along to keep his friend company, not to audition, just to be there. But something happened at the door. He decided, on impulse, with no preparation, no plan, to audition himself. The judges watched him dance, heard him read rap, watched him charm the room without even trying. His friend didn't make it. Taehyung was the only one from that day who passed. And Big Hit immediately made a decision that would define the next 2 years of his life. Keep him hidden, away from cameras, away from public appearances. A dark horse, a secret. The boy who showed up by accident was about to become one of the most famous people on the planet, but not before he almost walked away from all of it. Big Hit was small in those days. Nothing like what it became. The trainee life was hard, long hours, intense pressure. The kind of grind that strips away the romance of the dream pretty quickly and replaces it with exhaustion and self-doubt. At some point during his training, Taehyung reached his limit. He called his father, told him he wanted to quit, that he was done. His father's response was not what most parents would say. He didn't push, he didn't lecture. He said, "If you want to leave, we'll find something else together." That response stopped Taehyung completely. Something about being given the choice, really given it without pressure, made him realize what he actually wanted. He collected himself and stayed. Years later, he talked about that moment. Said it was one of the most important of his life. Not because his father told him to keep going, but because his father trusted him enough to let him decide. He also struggled with something physical that most people never knew about. A condition called cholinergic urticaria, a skin reaction triggered by rising body temperature. During intense training and performances, his body would break out in itchy red hives. He performed through it anyway, trained through it, never made it a public issue. The boy who almost left before it started was quietly becoming someone the world would soon be unable to ignore. And then, June 13th, 2013, BTS debuted. But Big Hit had been hiding something from the audience the entire time. A member they had kept deliberately out of public view. A face nobody had seen yet. When V finally appeared, the reaction was immediate, and it was only the beginning. June 13th, 2013. BTS debuted on stage for the first time. 7 members, a small agency, no guarantee of anything. But Big Hit had been sitting on a secret. A member they had deliberately kept away from cameras during the entire pre-debut period. No fan content, no behind-the-scenes footage, just absence. When V appeared on stage for the first time, the audience didn't know who he was. And then they did, and they couldn't look away. He had chosen his own stage name. V, short for victory. A word that told you something about how he saw himself, not with arrogance, but with quiet intention. He had come to win, not to compete, to win. His voice was the first thing people noticed. A deep, velvety baritone with a wider range than anyone expected from someone his age. Big Hit had built BTS around a specific sound, and V's voice became one of its defining qualities. But it wasn't just the voice. His members started calling him an alien, a 4D personality, the strange one, the unpredictable one who could make everyone collapse with laughter without warning. Jungkook, the youngest member, had struggled with confidence in his early trainee days. V helped him, quietly, without making it a story. Jimin became his closest friend, same age, former classmates. The kind of friendship that survives fame. Because it existed before fame meant anything, the admiration travels internationally too. Japanese actor Takeuchi Ryoma publicly praised him, called him stunning, said he was captivated by the musician with blue hair. And his favorite season, autumn, says he loves everything bright. Autumn fits. And the world outside South Korea started paying attention, first slowly, then all at once. But the career that was building, and the life that came with it, created a new kind of pressure. One that even the most prepared person couldn't fully anticipate. And it was about to collide with something very personal. By 2022, BTS was the biggest band on the planet. Stadiums, Grammy nominations, meetings at the White House, the kind of trajectory that has no precedent in K-pop history. And then, a pause. The members announced they would be taking time for solo projects before their mandatory military service. For Taehyung, this was the moment he had been building toward quietly for years. September 8th, 2023, Layover, his debut solo album. 5 tracks. A sound rooted in jazz and R&B, deeply influenced by artists like Eric Benet and Ruben Studdard. Nothing like what most people expected from a K-pop idol's solo debut. 2.1 million copies sold in the first week. The highest charting Korean solo artist on the Billboard 200. Number 1 most viewed individual K-pop act on Wikipedia in 2023. And parallel to the music, fashion. He had always been the most visually experimental member of BTS, the one who wore things nobody else would attempt and made them look inevitable. Celine came calling, then Cartier. He became brand ambassador for both, the first Asian act to represent these houses at that level. His face on Celine campaigns, his wrists photographed for Cartier. Style has always been part of who he is. He doesn't follow trends. He experiments with them. Green, black, white are his base colors, but he often coordinates his outfit to match his hair. He cuts holes in his own clothes with scissors, asks fans on Twitter what to do next with his wardrobe. Among designer labels, Gucci, Marcelo Burlon, Versace, but fans say his best outfits are the casual ones. His most worn piece, a classic Celine-printed t-shirt, $450, worn to events and home live streams alike. In 2024, Nubia magazine UK named him Most Handsome Man in the World. 7 million votes across 163 countries. Just Jared named him Sexiest Male Celebrity of 2024, 42% of the vote, ahead of Timothée Chalamet, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield. A boy from a farming family in Daegu who showed up at an audition he wasn't supposed to be at? Now the most recognized face in the world. But none of it, not the album, not the campaigns, not the titles, protected him from what happened in 2023. A story that unfolded publicly while he was trying to keep it private. 2023 was the year everything became public. Photos leaked online. Kim Taehyung and Jennie, the face of Blackpink, one of the most famous women in K-pop, together, on holiday. relaxed. Private moments that were never supposed to be seen. Neither confirmed anything. Neither denied anything. Their agencies said nothing. He had spoken openly about what he wanted in a partner. Long hair, slender, self-sufficient. Someone positive who takes care of herself and dresses well. Someone mindful with money and willing to support family. And children. He wants 3, maybe 5. He has said this more than once without hesitation. But the internet didn't wait for confirmation. What happened next was one of the ugliest moments in K-pop fan culture in recent memory. 2 of the most devoted fan bases in the world, ARMY and Blinks, turned on each other. And on the couple themselves, Jennie's social media was flooded with abuse from BTS fans who felt threatened by her presence in Taehyung's life. Taehyung's accounts received attacks from Blackpink fans doing the same in reverse. 2 people who had found something real in the middle of one of the most public lives imaginable, were being punished for it by the people who claimed to love them. By January 2024, reports emerged that they had broken up. No statement, no explanation, just over. What actually ended it, nobody knows. Different schedules, different pressures. The weight of millions of people treating their relationship like public property. Or maybe something else entirely, something private that will stay private. What's certain is this: he wrote and released Friends while serving in the military in March 2024. A song that plays with the words friends and the end. A song about the line between friendship and love. And what happens when you can't cross back. Most people assumed they knew who it was about. He never said. December 11th, 2023. Kim Taehyung enlisted in the South Korean military alongside BTS member RM. Mandatory service. No exemptions for global fame. No special treatment. At least not officially. After 5 weeks of basic training, he was assigned to the Songyong unit of the 2nd Corps, Special Task Force of the Military Police Corps, counter-terrorism, tactical operations, one of the toughest assignments available. Not a desk job, not a public relations posting, the kind of unit that requires real physical and mental preparation. He threw himself into it the same way he threw himself into everything else. Before enlisting, he weighed around 62 kilograms. During service, he gained over 10 kilograms of muscle through daily training, posted about it himself on Weverse, told fans that if you eat, exercise, and train every day, you can reach 86 kilograms. The internet reacted the way it always does to Kim Taehyung, with complete devotion. There was one controversy during his service. Former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin mentioned in an interview that Taehyung had called her from the military, sparking accusations of using a phone during prohibited hours. The military responded directly. Confirmed that recruits in his unit were permitted 1 hour of phone use on weekends and holidays. That he had used his phone during the designated afternoon period. Case closed. June 10th, 2025. Discharge. His first Instagram post after returning crossed 13.8 million likes. The post became one of 4 of his Instagram posts to reach over 1 million shares, making him the first K-pop artist and only Asian act to achieve that milestone 4 times. The boy from Daegu was back, and the world had been waiting. So let's go back to where we started. 2 of the biggest stars in the world, a secret relationship, and millions of fans who decided it was their business to destroy it. Here's what we actually know. Kim Taehyung showed up to an audition he wasn't supposed to be at, was the only one who passed. Almost quit during training. Stayed because his father gave him the choice to leave. Built a career that took him from a farming family in Daegu to Celine campaigns and Madison Square Garden. And somewhere in the middle of all that, found someone. Someone equally famous, equally private, equally unable to exist in public without the world having opinions about every breath they took. The relationship with Jennie may have ended because of scheduling, because of distance, because of the impossible pressure of being 2 of the most watched people on the planet trying to have something normal. Or it may have ended for reasons that are simply none of our business. What he left behind, a song called Friends, written in the military about the line between friendship and love, suggests that whatever it was, it meant something real. He came back from the army in June 2025, stronger, quieter about some things, Still the same person who can make an entire room laugh without warning. Still the alien. Still the 4D personality his members could never quite predict. Still private about the things that matter most. And maybe that's the most honest thing you can say about Kim Taehyung. In a world that treats fame as permission to know everything about a person, he has always known exactly which parts of himself belong to the audience and which parts don't. Write in the comments. Did you know the full story of how he accidentally ended up in BTS? And if this surprised you, you're already in the right place for more.